Hi, friends! Today we have another song that tells a story. If you remember, we said a song that tells a story is called a ballad. Well, this ballad comes from England, and it tells the story of a very famous fairy tale. It's called The Princess, and when we're done, let's see if you can figure out what story it tells. It goes like this. There was a princess long ago, long ago, long ago. There was a princess long ago, long ago. And she lived in a big high tower, big high tower, big high tower. And she lived in a big high tower, big high tower. One day a bad queen cast a spell, cast a spell, cast a spell. One day a bad queen cast a spell, cast a spell. The princess slept for 100 years, 100 years, 100 years. The princess slept for 100 years, 100 years. A great big forest grew around, grew around, grew around. A great big forest grew around, grew around. A gallant prince came riding by, riding by, riding by. A gallant prince came riding by, riding by. He cut the trees down with his sword, with his sword, with his sword. He cut the trees down with his sword, with his sword. He took her hand to wake her up, wake her up, wake her up. He took her hand to wake her up, wake her up. And everybody's happy now, happy now, happy now. And everybody's happy now, happy now. So did you figure out the story in our princess song? If you guessed Sleeping Beauty, you're right. When we play this in the classroom, we act it out with all the boys and girls being different parts. We have the prince and the princess and the evil queen, and the rest of us get to be the towers and the trees. You're not in class, so maybe you could act it out with some of your stuffed friends. Maybe you've got the evil queen and the princess and the prince, and you can act out the story. Or maybe you could use your Lego men, or maybe you could draw the characters and act out the story. See what you can do with this fun version of Sleeping Beauty called The Princess.